Well, it is Friday. It's the weekend. Oh, I get excited about the weekend. I think my camera guy is more excited about weekend because they don't like to work on weekends. They don't work on weekends, so they get to take a break. So do I. So here's what. Friday, we got some turn-up features today. Certainly, it's been a busy night, and we got some features from the night to lay upon you. But let's see what the news desk have to say first, please.
Good morning. The National Council on Public Transport has hinted at its intention to mount pressure on the government over the poor conditions of some of the island's roads.
You have some potholes right around the corners where you don't expect a pothole to be, and they're huge. They're like critters. In addition to that, it's compounded by, and I'm a layman, I must admit, but the quality of material being used in the potholes before asphalt is laid on it at times. And I'm talking about the gravel or the stones which are there. They actually penetrate our tires. So it's a nuisance, it's a problem.
Infrastructure Minister Stephenson King, meanwhile, has responded to the NCOPT's criticism of the poor state of the island's roads. He observes that the island's roads did not start deteriorating over the past 2 years. In other news, a challenge has been thrown out to the government to consider creating a national youth service program. The suggestion is coming from well-known pathologist and community activist Dr. Stephen King, who thinks such an initiative will have long-term benefits for the individual participants as well as the society.
I spoke about the National Youth Service, and I really wish we could do that, because for me, you cannot have youth disengaged. From the time you disengage a teenager, you will lose that mind. Okay? They must be, they're either in school, or they're in a service, or they're in work. And the service should be an apprenticeship, because we have so many youth who are not in work and not in school. We have to find a third alternative. Yes. And the only third alternative I could come up with is national service, where we stipend them, we attach them to a place of their passion, and at least let them actualize a little bit. And who knows, maybe we tried a little bit with apprenticeships, but we should do much more, much bigger, you know? And this thing about the passion, I talk about a poor education system. The only thing an education system is really supposed to do is make a young person understand what their unique gift in this life is and give them the tools to realize that gift.
King, who was addressing last weekend's Rotary anniversary dinner at the Royalton Resort, accused the government and the local media of failing the youth by failing to create a societal and community ecosystem that allows youth to realize their full potential. The Tourism Advisory Committee on Thursday held its quarterly meeting against the backdrop of increased visitor arrivals expected during the just-opened cruise season and major hotel investments in the tourism sector.
Again, the cruise season has started, the Q4, the winter season has started, so we will update stakeholders what we are doing and what's the plan for us to address some of those issues. We will receive a report on the Hospitality Ambassadors Program, which is a new program that we have introduced. It's really a revision of the old hostesses program, where we had individuals in selected touristic areas that play host to visitors when they come in, providing them with information and other details they need to make their visit a lot more, informative and exciting. So today is really about updates on that.
The committee also talked about the yachting subsector at Rodney Bay and Soufriere. They discussed the incidents of robberies and attacks on visitors moored in the waters of the Soufriere marine area especially. The island's Commerce Minister is applauding local businesses for embracing digital technology, especially as experts predict that this, more than anything else, will drive the recovery of small enterprises as they attempt to adapt to the post-COVID-19 realities and consumer behaviors.
I am well aware of how local businesses can collectively leverage the use of e-commerce platforms to effectively and efficiently market the goods and services and engage in borderless trading with international companies and clients. To insist on the importance of Facebook, Instagram, and other social media channels in today's business promotion and facilitation would be as banal as describing the necessity for an emergency dispatch vehicle to a hospital. I take this opportunity to commend the National Competitiveness Productivity Council for the development of the Pro Tool instrument, which has made many businesses data-rich, enhancing their decision-making process and overall productivity.
In an address to mark the start of Business Month on Wednesday, Hippolyte said her ministry is working to ensure that local businesses remain afloat in an ever-changing and increasingly competitive environment. This is where digitalization is the great equalizer. The theme for this year's observance is Sustainable Trade in the Digital Age. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
All right, well, news desk, that's that. We're going to take a break now, and then we'll come right back. Right, now to get into our features for today. Like I mentioned, there's been a launch, well, 2 launches on the same night. 2 of my favorite events of all time for St. Lucia's Christmas calendar, and they are certainly back. So we popped in. The first stop we made at the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium, which is going to be the home of the venue, but we stopped up for the launch of the Calypso Gold. We caught up with Jamal. Well, here we are. We had the Calypso Gold launch with Jamal, of course. Soon to be just gold or gold. What is it?
It's going to be the Gold Festival.
The Gold Festival.
Gold Festival.
And when that time comes, we're definitely going to be talking about that. But tonight, another significant night for you, Jamal, because last year was the first time that you decided to step into that arena to do something different, because you're a young man and you decided to go into that avenue to put on something that caters, well, to a mature crowd, a mature audience. And it might have been a little scary for you because it was a different avenue for you to step into. But coming out of last year, it was certainly a success. It was a beautiful show. I had the privilege of attending. And certainly, I am not surprised to see that you're back here again, going after another event. So let's talk about how you're feeling right now.
It's a joyous feeling, to be quite honest, because like you say, last year was a major success, and there's no doubt that we had to do it again. But everything that you do in life is about growth and development.
Right.
So coming out of last year, which was a huge show with 2 huge artists, we had to basically compete with what we did last year, and I think that we're doing that this year with the likes of Crazy, Super Blue, and of course adding David Radcliffe.
I wanted to talk about the lineup. You're stepping ahead of me because what a lineup. What an amazing lineup. These are 3 very powerful, legacy-driven gentlemen that is on the stage. Now, I'm a little disappointed. I want one of the ladies, but that's personal. But these 3 powerhouses, to get these 3 gentlemen on one stage, Jamal, this is huge.
It is. And you could probably say it's probably one of the biggest Calypso shows that we ever had in St. Lucia. But it's a different platform. It's a different art form. It's celebrating something different. And like I said, it's just the beginning of what we're going to do. But on that 12th of December, expect something great.
Right. Now, you mentioned a few other things in your presentation tonight. The fact that you're actually also using this particular platform to initiate other things like charitable work. You're going to be making donations to drives on the football team and stuff like that. And knowing you, I know you. We've always been on this, and this has always been something that you're very passionate about. Whenever you do events, you always look for ways to tie it into developing, not just doing an event, but developing, the community in which you operate in. And let's talk about the fact that you are now able to do that, use this particular platform and do just that.
Well, I always believe from a younger age that from time you weren't able to do it, because you cannot leave it for somebody else to do. And I have a love and a joy for football. I've seen a lot of people who come into the football arena always stay that sport. So if you could help out, you help out. If you could do it, do it. And it's no better place to start it than with the youth development. So again, it's a no-brainer for us, and I would do it over and over again every year. And committing to Phillies Football Club is one of the first things that we're gonna do, and moving on to next year, we're gonna be doing more when it comes to youth development. At the end of the day, I always believe that you don't have to wait for the government to do it. If you could do it on your own though. You can make a change, because where I come from, I made a change.
Absolutely. Let's talk about, let's roll back around now to Calypso Gold. So it's slated for the 12th. Is it the 12th? When is the show going to be? On the 12th of December. We are standing in the home. This is where it's going to be. Initially it was said to have been on the SAB, but you have moved back now to the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium. This is where it's going to be. Give us a little insight what to expect, ticket prices, what are we in for?
Well, ticket-wise, VIP tickets are $350. People who came to the show last year know what our VIP experience is like. Regular tickets right now we have early bird at $80, and then the regular price is $120. Coming from the whole situation is back to Bosseju, it was a tricky one because we all know that they were supposed to do the renovation, etc., but they opened it back, and we have to take things to a different level. Kudos to the SAB. The SAB has Calypso finals, and I think that bringing Calypso to Bosseju is something greater than what it looks like. Bring Calypso on that stage, it will be a great night, and that's what I believe, is that you take an art form and you make it greater, and that's what we're doing right now.
You don't just complain, you don't do lip service like everybody else. If you can make a difference, you show it, you do it, you make it done.
Yeah.
All right, anything you want to leave with our viewers?
First of all, I want to say thanks to our sponsors again. Thanks to DBS, Linda, everybody at DBS, all you guys at DBS. Again, Marine, you know you're my biggest fan. So thanks to all you guys again, and we're getting ready for the 12th. Absolutely. So look for our social media. More information, you will get that layout, everything that we was supposed to produce tonight, but technical difficulties again, but we will be releasing everything tonight as well.
Absolutely, and you stay tuned to DBS because we're on board as well, and you will get all of the updates from us here. Jamal, we look forward to another amazing event on the 12th. All the best.
Thanks so much. All right.
And the second one, well, of course, the signature Bohingson's concert, Show the World. It's the 4th year, and this year it promises to be even more exciting than the past 3 years. Bohingson and Mark Norton McLean gave us some insight. It is that time again. Show the World. That's Show the World 4 or Show the World 3? Show the World 4.
Yeah.
Right, last year marked the third one.
It was.
It re-entered after COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it's a lot longer than that, right?
It does.
But I guess the break from COVID make it seem like it's a lot long. But this is just the 4th edition of Show the World. And,
well, Mark, of course, this was a plan you had. You masterminded that plan. Take it to this brilliant man here, of course, this icon here, to make it happen, because you're a man of vision. You normally see a lot of things. And even the She Speaks that I'm doing now, there was years you had tell in my ears about this particular program.
Absolutely.
And now what is this? So you tend to have a knack for that. How do you feel about going into the 4th one?
Well, I think we have an opportunity to continue to build on what we've done in the past. And I think Show the World is not just a fantastic event in terms of the talent and the musical accompaniment and but also the event itself. You know, somebody said to me they felt like they were at a Grammy Award or something like that. That's the sort of feeling they got when they came to the show. And so that's what we always want to replicate, to ensure that every time you come to a Show the World, we give you something different, something that, make you go, wow.
Quality.
That's what Show the World is about.
Quality. Yeah. Right. Now, look, the man of the hour is definitely here. Go, of course, by now you don't have no choice in this. I guess you've seen what it done for you from the first instant, and of course it aligns with what it is that you're very passionate about as well. Absolutely. And then again, it's music.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Music is Boo is music.
And young people.
And young people is Boo, and that's of course what this entails. That's
absolutely.
What that encapsulates. So let's talk about what are some of the things that you have in mind. What can we come to experience on that night?
Well, come and listen to the new material I've written for young people. I'm in studio with some of them now. I doubt whether I'll be releasing the stuff
prior.
Now, because by another week or so, everybody will be caught up in Christmas music.
Right.
And that new material I've released for them will get lost. I don't know what will happen to them. But rest assured, next year, you'll be hearing, early in the new year, you'll be hearing a lot of new music from me performed by these young people. And you know what I often say to them? I say, listen, man, when I write songs for you and I record you, when I take you on tour with me, anytime you get a break, just leave me and go. I'll find another solution to replace you. And they look at me like they say, this is strange, man. You know, everybody wants to write for an artist and hold on to the artist.
Hold on to them.
I want to see them just get on their own wings and just fly. And just take off without boom, you know.
Yes.
Because there's a lot more talent here to develop.
Absolutely. And when they do that, then you get to see and experience the joy of that. And then they make room for some new ones to come and get
it's a great joy
some
for
of
me,
the experience again.
I look at Michael Fletcher.
Yeah.
Michael Fletcher.
He's brilliant.
Oh my God.
He's brilliant.
I put
we
him
just
on,
had him on a morning show. We did a feature with him.
I'm telling you, man. I put him on my concert last year. And so one night we go down from a rehearsal. I said to him, Michael, how much money do you want me to pay you for this concert? He says, well, I heard my father talking to you about pay. I have to tell you there'll be no pay. There'll be no charge. Because that's a really great opportunity for me. And then, so Michael always calls me all the time about decisions.
I doubt he would leave you though. Michael seems like somebody that the chemistry seems to be there, and at your level, and when we see the potential we see in Michael, I think Michael is going to be lasting a longer time around you. I can see that.
He keeps in touch all the time.
Right.
And one day he sent me a WhatsApp, and he said to me in the WhatsApp, I don't know if he wants me to say that, but he said to me, Mr. Hickson, I think the best thing that's ever happened to me is to have you as a mentor. And that was so nice to hear, you know.
Absolutely. And that's what this brings back.
Absolutely. You know, so on his career, since Show the World, his career has just taken off, you know.
That is what I'm about to say. And since the inception of Show the World, many of the young talents that you've brought onto the platform here has gone on to take some really big stages.
And that's what we're hoping to do, is to really provide that platform, as I indicated. A platform so that they can now amplify their voice and get St. Lucians behind them and then take that to the world, because we have talent here. All you need is an opportunity, and that's all, and that's what Boo and Show the World is
here for. Well, here what? Let's talk about the show. When it's going to be, Mark? I'm going to come to you. When is the show going to be? When can we get our? It's not tickets. It's when can we get our entry, whatever that is, because it's not a ticket.
It's coming.
Yeah. When can we get that? When is the show scheduled for?
It's December the 2nd, right here at the William Jefferson Clinton Ballroom, Sanders Grand.
Right.
It starts at 7 with we always have our pre-cocktail, and then you go in at 8 o'clock. We always start on time, and we have the after party.
Right.
So it's the same. We should have tickets available by next week, again.
Do you call it tickets? It's souvenir.
It is really.
It is really a souvenir.
No, these are really. I mean, for an event like Show the World, we could not provide our patrons with the ordinary tickets. So we have the 3D holographic, and from there, from the time you get the ticket in your hand, you see
the experience starts from there.
There.
Well, do you know the venues where we can get tickets? You're going to have online purchases?
Well, we're going to have all of that information. Typically, we have no venues. Typically, we have a number, you call, and then you get your ticket.
Absolutely.
Because the nature of the show is always sold out.
Yes.
So, again, get them early, because we don't want to have to go through that hassle of people saying no.
Last year I had one hell of an experience. The guy called me and said, Boo, I want 2 tickets because my son wants to come to that show. When I told my son, I know you, he says, you know Boo's son? I told him, yeah, and I'm going to the show. So he wanted to come.
Right.
And normally, I have a certain kind of age group that comes to the show.
Right.
Now young people are beginning to come because the parents talk so much about the show. Yeah. So this guy called me, said, Boo, can you hold 2 tickets to me? I said, yeah. 3 days before the show, I had heard from him. The day before the show, Boo, I'm coming for my tickets. I said, okay. I didn't see him. So the day of the show, he said, Boo, I'm coming for my tickets. I said, I got rid of the tickets. I said, what? Man, I just come in there, I pay my money, do I come inside? I don't care what you tell me. I just drop my money on the table and I come inside. And I saw him inside. And he was inside with his son.
Right.
Don't ask me how that happened, but that's what we want to avoid.
Also, Boo, we got to wrap up here, but also, Boo, I remember one of the events you had, like what was that? Was that the Boo Hinkson Show the World, where you had your brothers? You had some of your yes,
Chester, my brother, sang.
Chester and Chester sang. And that was such a. Do we plan to see some more of that again?
More than likely. If he comes in time and we have time to rehearse, more than likely.
Right. What do you want to say to the?
I'm sure he gets a new hat.
I'll do that.
My apologies.
We have a story about that.
Oh my God, my apologies. I don't know what the story is, or whatever it is, I apologize. Wonderful. Anything you want to leave with our viewers, listeners?
Well, I just want to thank all my sponsors, and I want to thank the media for coming out tonight. But more importantly, I want to ask you to come out and support these young people, I was saying to Mikey, I was saying tonight, I was lying in my bed one day and I was listening to an American station, and they played Babyface, and they played Isley Brothers, and then Boo Hinkson. I'm saying to myself, I'm sure I can do that with young people in St. Lucia. I'm sure I can make that happen. That's how much I believe in them, and I want to implore all St. Lucians to support these young people, man. Not just invest in them. Not just when you come to show the world, but generally throw your support behind all the young talent in St. Lucia. There's a lot of young talent. I want to again appeal to the government to put all the parameters in place for the young people involved in anything to do with creative industry to succeed. We cannot be incentivizing the bigger industries like bananas and tourism, and we're trying to build a creative industry driven by our own human resource, and the support has not been forthcoming. It's woefully short. So I want to appeal to the government to get on board with this, man. It must happen. We just had a meeting recently with the Minister of Culture, and we had a very good meeting, and my hopes are very high.
You're hopeful.
I'm hopeful.
All right.
I'm hopeful, and I will be on this case.
You'll be on this too. That's what you need to keep it on the floor. Gentlemen, I'll see you back here again on the 2nd, right here. This Silver Doors has become. I begin to look forward to seeing these Silver Doors around this time of year.
I've seen the outfit.
Oh, you can bet on that one.
You can choose the decade.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Let's see you here on the 2nd of December.
Sure.
It's time to rise, shine, and wine with SocaCize. Leading the wine, we have Serena, Vernell, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. It's time to flaunt with a bacchanal warm-up. Let's begin. I know you love this one. We're just vibing and feeling the music. Let's go. 4, 3, arms crossing, and fan. Fan. Again. Touch and over the head. Roll the hip. Roll. Switch sides. Wind down. 4, 4, 3, 2, up and 4, 3, 2. Take the arms. Again. Cross and take it over. Side, roll it.
My girl, you look very nice.
Switch.
Stick on you like some Chinese rice. Let me see.
We're winding down and take it up. Let's go. Cross the arms.
Could have be a white head, black skin, melody and sharp. My head malfunctioning, look up and take motion.
Left side, hip, roll it. Right side. Let's wind down. And up. Let's work those arms. Woo. Fan it. Touch. Hey. Left side, roll it. Next side, and hip, roll it. Take it up with the arms. Fan it. Touch. Hey. Arms. And hips.
Let me tell you, 120 million degrees Celsius. These ladies, they make my head hot. Why you want to low? Take no show. Neuro. Vice production, big up yourself. WhatsApp, MR, Alpha, Neurons.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Samadula.
That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize on This Morning on DBS.
And that's all Friday features. I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, enjoy your weekend, be safe, and join us again Monday right here on DBS This Morning Show.